Most of us are raised to believe that we should dream. Dream that we can be, do, and have whatever we want. And to ensure that dream, we go to school, we get good grades, we work really hard, and then voila. We should live our dream, right? No, because we meet on this journey somebody called life. And life comes with every obstacle, challenge, and defeat just to make sure he can crush that dream of ours and hopefully bury it so we never, ever live it. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, the time to act. My mother had a dream. Her dream was to be a successful businesswoman, have a large family, and live a long, healthy life. And she was doing that. She graduated from grad school, had like 3 degrees. She raised us, and she had 5 children, 5 boys, no girls. That's an accomplishment. And we had a great life. We're doing well. And she had her own business. Down the road, life came and said, you know what? That business is not really something that's going well. So it took a hit. That hit us financially really hard. We moved from a house to an apartment. But we're still good. We have each other. Next, life came after her health. My mother was then diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is a disease that just, as time goes on, gets worse and worse. So each year, I got to see my mother's health deteriorate. And as it deteriorated, it took away things that she could do. She went from walking freely to then walking with a cane, to a walker, to a wheelchair, until she was finally just bedridden. And as she sat on that bed, it was tough. Her 5 boys, myself, looking at her, knowing that she wanted to always encourage us. You could live your dream, and we knew that she was just worrying to death. We weren't. We saw it was hard paying the bills and juggling, do I pay my light or gas bill this month? And then those financial problems turned into a lot of fights, and we got front row seat to watch my parents get a divorce. Growing up, life gave us a front row seat of what it can do to a family. I started my family, and I said, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna work hard so I can live my mother's dream. So then, went to school, got good grades, got married, I had 2 children, and then life came at me in a different way by coming after my mom. And after I had my 2nd child, my mom left us. So life didn't just crush her dream, it buried it. It hurt, because this was the mom that I just grew up with, and I seen so many years of just life, and I hated life. And I'm like, how am I supposed to just pursue my dream when I know that this whole formula doesn't work? It was proven to me. So going through life, I remember my mom used to always say, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. That was some crap, because I watched life happen to her so many times, over and over. And then, watching my kids grow up, I realized life was giving me the same challenges, the same obstacles, the same defeats. Financially, I wasn't where I wanted to be, and I realized my dreams weren't even close to being met. Now I have 5 children, and I'm like, am I replicating my mom? As time went on, I started to remember, life is not what happens to you, it's what happens for you. And I realized that I need to do something different. What I did was, I knew it was a time to act. Act, adjust, have courage, and take action. I adjusted. I said, if I'm gonna take over life, I need to change some things. First, my relationship with people and my relationship with money. I was hanging around a lot of bums, and these bums were just keeping me in their little circle, and I need to get out of that. And I need to make a different relationship with money, because it's the same way it came in was the same way it came out. However, that's scary. So I needed something else to adjust, and that was courage. Courage is what I needed to live. I needed courage to love. I needed courage to just be myself. Courage isn't something, it's hard to explain, because it's not something that you need for applause. or like respect. Courage is something that you do inside. It comes from a French word which means of the heart. So courage is what you need when you adjust to face that fear of the unknown. And then next is take action. Now, I always wanted to have my own business, but I was scared. But I knew what I was doing was not really helping. And taking action became very beautiful. Can anybody raise their hand and tell me why, with our eyes, we can't see our back or our face without any mirrored object? Same answer I had. The reason why we can't see our back with our eyes is because as people, we were meant and designed to have each other's back. And the reason why we can't see our face is because our faces are seen through the eyes of the people we help. So when I look at my kids and they come home and they say, hey Dad, I can see how I look. When you see your wife and she tells you I love you, you see your reflection through her eyes. And I just went and I started my dream. And it wasn't just my dream I started the dream that my mom had, which was raising a large family, having a successful business, and living a long, healthy life. I'm not vegan full time, maybe like 2 days a week. So I'm working on that. Now, what I want to let you guys know is life doesn't have favorites. Every one of you have met up with life. And life is going to keep coming at you unless you act. And if you're going through an obstacle or challenge or defeat, know from me and know from everybody else around you that you got this. And all you have to do is realize as things are happening, every moment that you don't like, that takes you away from your dream, means stop and act. Because this is the time to act. Nancy.